Q&A videos. I always think they're so much fun to watch. It's so neat to see like all the random questions and to hear the answers. So I put a picture up on Instagram and Facebook as well. I put the same picture up and asked you guys to leave your questions. So I've got my coffee, I've got my questions, let's do it. On Instagram, Sullivan C29 says, how did you get such perfect handwriting and what are your favorite pen brands? So first of all, thank you. That is very sweet of you to say. I obviously have always loved like stationery, pens, paper, writing things. It's always been a passion of mine. And I actually very distinctly remember in junior high, I had a dear friend, Ryan Marie. She's still a friend of mine. Hi, Ryan. She had the best handwriting. Like I was obsessed with her handwriting and she was the person that I wanted to be like. I wanted my handwriting to be like hers. So I went out and got the same papers that she had. I went and got the same pencils and I would always practice. So even from like such an early age, I remember like practicing my handwriting and writing things over and over again. I remember coming home from school and like rewriting my notes because I didn't like the way something looked, like how I had written it. So I've always kind of been obsessed with handwriting and I think a lot of it is just practice and doing things over and over again. I think I had shared with you guys on Instagram my right hand, my fourth finger on my right hand, my ring finger is crooked because I'm right-handed and because I would write so much that this finger is now crooked. So I do think a lot of it is just practicing and writing slowly, and of course your pen has so much to do with it. Right now my favorite pens are these Energel needle point pens. I love these. They are a 0.5. They are just this like really cool white pen and I found them just randomly because I was actually looking for cool pens and I liked that they were white and they just happened to write so nicely. They are a needle tip, so it's super fine, but it's a 0.5, so it's kind of like a good balance. The gel dries so quickly. I really love these pens. I love that they're just a clicker kind. Just absolutely love them. And I also really love the Staedtler pens as well. I just recently found the neon ones, which I'm like obsessed with now, but they come in black as well as all different kinds of colors. So check out Staedtler and these Pentel Energel as well. Inspired Blush, who is Emma, hi Emma, says, what was your first job? So in high school and college, I was really fortunate that my parents just really wanted me to study and focus on my studies and getting good grades and things like that. So I didn't work in high school or college. So my first like real job was a paid internship that I had the last year of law school. So I was working for this solo practitioner. He was a lawyer who I think was just really ready to retire. I mean, he pretty much was just boating on Lake Michigan all the time. So me and the secretary ran the entire practice. And honestly, it was very scary, but it really was the best way for me to learn. I feel like I learned so much at that internship because no one was ever there. So I guess an internship counts as my first job. It was paid, but then after that, after I graduated and passed the bar, then I did have another real like lawyer job. I was practicing transactions law, so mergers, acquisitions, buying and selling companies, things like that. Again, it was a job that I did not feel qualified to do, but my boss really believed in me and he gave me a lot of responsibility and allowed me to learn very quickly through actually doing things. So again, very grateful for that opportunity. I had an amazing boss at my first ever like real lawyer, big girl job. It was, again, an amazing opportunity. I learned a lot. And then from there, really, I've had so many great experiences in the legal world. Nothing was ever really negative. I had a lot of great interactions. I met a lot of amazing people. So if this is something that you guys are interested in or want to hear more about my law school experience or working as a lawyer, let me know and I can film kind of more of an in-depth video on that. Erica says, what lip color is this? And in that picture, I was actually wearing one of my favorite lip combos. So the lip liner is Rimmel Easton Snob. It's one of my favorites. It seems to be hard to find. I don't know if they're phasing it out or what. So if you can find Rimmel Easton Snob, grab a couple because it is an amazing lip liner. And then I'm also wearing the Maybelline, I think it's called like Full Bloom or Blushing Bloom or something like that. It's their line of matte lipsticks, and I love it. I'm not usually a fan of colored lipsticks. You guys know this. I love more of a nude lip. But I think for the summer, it's fun to wear a little bit of color. I wear that combo in a lot of my videos as well, just to like make sure I'm not like washed out. So I think it's a fun color. I think it's nice to wear matte lips in the summer too, because it stays a lot longer. It doesn't melt off as easily. And also, you know, if you're not a huge fan of color, I think wearing a matte color is a lot easier than a bright glossy one. Okay, Erica then asked about my most embarrassing moment, and I mean, I have a lot of embarrassing moments. I trip or I say something stupid. That happens on a quite frequent basis, but honestly, none of them like stick out as being super embarrassing or traumatizing. I don't know, maybe it's just because I tend to just laugh things off. I mean, I certainly get embarrassed, but nothing like really sticks out. For the most part, anything that happens to me, I try to not take myself too seriously. I mean, it doesn't always happen, but for the most part, I just try to laugh it off and move along. All right, next, Erica says scrunch or fold. And honestly, I don't know what this is referring to. Maybe you guys can tell me, does this have to do with underwear? This is probably gonna be an embarrassing moment now if she's not talking about underwear. I honestly don't know what that means. But if it's referring to what I think it is, then fold. All right, Jess says, what do you find to be the biggest challenge and biggest reward of being a boss? The biggest reward is that I am the boss. So that means that I get to do pretty much whatever I want. So if I have an idea that I want to implement, some kind of marketing strategy, a project, an event, whatever it is, I get to do it. And so that is really big for me. I love being able to just implement the things that are in my head. And it's also so rewarding to know that all of the effort and energy and everything that I'm putting into this company and building is, again, my own. It's something that I've built and created. Being your own boss is extremely rewarding. It is, of course, not without stress. I mean, there is a lot that goes into it, but really, there's just so many rewards. I can't even tell you. Knowing that you have built something and developed it from the ground up is such an amazing feeling. But also, there are a lot of challenges. As I said, I have employees, and I am responsible for the livelihood of those employees, so that is a big responsibility. Also, everything that's associated with that business comes back to me. So whether it's good or it's bad, it's all associated to me, and at the end of the day, it falls on my shoulders and it's my responsibility. So I'm responsible for it, good or bad. But I will say this, I've had several traditional 9-to-5 corporate jobs, and I've also owned my own business. I would pick being an entrepreneur any day of the week. It is certainly difficult, but it is an amazing, amazing feeling. It is so rewarding. It is so nice to have this sense of accomplishment. Now, of course, it's not for everyone, and I think it's great if you're happy in the job that you have, but if you have any inkling to start your own business, I can't encourage you enough to do it. It's awesome. JC Michelle says, what law school did you go to and why did you stop practicing law? So I went to law school in Chicago. I am gonna just leave it at that. I don't want to get too much into the details, but I went to law school in Chicago and it was an amazing experience. I am still practicing law. I have not stopped practicing. I maintain my law license. I'm barred in the state of Illinois, but I just kind of pick and choose what I work on now. So again, kind of creating what I want, creating the career and the life that I want. And it's so nice to be able to, again, choose the transactions that I do or the cases that I work on, the projects that I take. So I'm still practicing. I just do not do it full time. I just am very, very selective in the things that I work on. And my full-time job is I own a hair salon as well as do consulting projects. All right, Marina asks about my glasses in that picture. I love mirrored sunglasses. I think this is gonna be a really big trend for the summer. I got those from TJ Maxx. I think they were like $15 or $20. I love them, and I think TJ Maxx is a really great place to find things that are a little bit more trendy, because obviously I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on mirrored sunglasses that probably are not gonna last me past the summer. So if you're into those, check out TJ Maxx. They had a large selection. Sparkle SM asked about my favorite hair products. I think I've shared this with you guys in the past, but my hair is pretty low maintenance. I don't do a lot to it. In the fall and winter, I wash it about once a week. In the summer, usually I have to wash it a little bit more, but really I don't mess with it too much. I do use Moroccan oil and I really like their products. They are a little bit pricey, and I believe that coconut oil will do just as good of a job. So if your hair has the same texture as mine, thick and coarse, I think coconut oil or Moroccan oil will do great. But if you have thinner, lighter hair, you might want to just be careful with the Moroccan oil. Sparkle SM also asked for a handbag collection. So as you guys know, I've been on this path of decluttering, purging, simplifying, just really getting rid of everything, and a lot of my handbags have gone as well, but the ones that I do have I really love, so maybe I will film a handbag collection for you guys. All right, one more from Sparkle SM. She says, not sure if you already have this video, but how to make personal size dividers for your planner. Love your planner style. So thank you, I appreciate that. Making dividers is so simple, and I think that's a lot of the reason why I haven't filmed a video on it. So if your binder did come with dividers, then obviously you can just trace the dividers that are in there on any kind of like pretty paper that you have. You can get them laminated or not laminated. You can add tabs or not. If they didn't come with dividers, then I would suggest maybe taking one of the inserts that you have and just tracing a little bit bigger around them so that it makes a divider that's a little bit bigger than the inserts. I do have a video on how I turned my Kate Spade planner pages into dividers, so I'll link that down below. That'll give you kind of an idea of the concept behind it. 418 says, I love your newest video about the capsule wardrobe. Can you please share with us your current capsule pieces? I need inspirations. Yes, I will do that in a separate video. I'll talk all about my summer capsule wardrobe. All right, on Facebook, Nicole says, in one of your videos, you stated that you don't recommend curling your eyelashes with an eyelash curler because it's damaging. Yes, absolutely. I still stand by that. Please do not use an eyelash curler. I will talk more about this. What method do you use to get a curl? Were you blessed naturally with the gorgeous lashes you have, or since you own a salon, do you have eyelash extensions? Okay, first of all, eyelash curlers, they are damaging. They take your lashes, which are very, very fragile, and they bend them and they pull them. So I really encourage you guys to not use an eyelash curler. I understand it's nice to have that curl, but there are mascaras that will help you with that. It might not be as dramatic, but just think about the health of your lashes in the long run. So as far as my lashes, these are my own eyelashes, and I was very fortunate to be born with long, dark, thick lashes, which is a blessing, but I still layer on a lot of mascara. I have my 3 favorite mascaras here. So I always wear L'Oreal Voluminous, the original formula. This has a curved brush, so it will help you to curl your lashes. I also really love the Carbon Black formula. It doesn't have a curved brush, but it is so highly pigmented, and it's just a really thick formula that it helps again with your lashes in thickening them. And I've also recently discovered this Falsies Volume Express from Maybelline, and I love this mascara because the wand is unlike any I've seen before. It's almost like a spoon, and it really curls your lashes and helps with separating as well. So I think these are a great combination. Use any of them or use them together, but I think these will really help with curling your lashes. Okay, now eyelash extensions. I do not have them on right now, but I have worn them in the past. And there are benefits to eyelash extensions. I think they are great in the summer, and last summer I actually had them on because you look like you are wearing mascara when you have lash extensions. Now, there are several different kinds, there are different brands, they come in different levels of curls, they come in different lengths, so you really have a lot of different options. Just be really careful when you get eyelash extensions put on. Please make sure that you're going to someone who is licensed and who knows what they're doing. Go to a real salon. I know there are a lot of places that will offer eyelash extensions at a very cheap price, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are sanitary or they're going to be careful. So if you're getting eyelash extensions, please just use common sense and go somewhere where they are really going to take care of your eyes. And you can get different like thicknesses of lashes. I mean, I think they're really cool. I do think they're safe for your eyes. I don't think you should wear them forever, but I think if you want to put them on for a couple of months of summer, I think it's great. You don't have to wear as much makeup. You can swim with them, so you look like you have makeup on, but they're just really easy and effortless. You will have to maintain them, so it's not like you're just totally off the hook for the whole summer, but if eyelash extensions are something that you guys are interested in knowing more about, then let me know and I can film a video with a lot more details on them. All right, and then finally, Nicole says, even if it's super simple, like a tub, I would love to see how you store your planners you are using as well as the ones you no longer use. Oh, Nicole, if only I was sophisticated enough to use a plastic tub. I don't even use them. Honestly, the planners that I have that I'm not using, which is pretty much all of them that I have, I only really use my one Louis Vuitton agenda. All the rest of those planners are sitting in a cardboard box right now. So I like things, again, to be simple. I don't like a lot of things out on my desk, so I don't really display the planners, even though they are pretty, but I don't really have them out on display. I just pretty much store them in a cardboard box. Again, I'm kind of in the middle of figuring out what I want to do with my planners. There's so many that I have that I'm not using, so I think that I will be selling them kind of slowly. So I just have them stored, a lot of them in their original boxes and original packaging, and then in a cardboard box. So sorry it's not very glamorous, but I think plastic tubs are a great way to store them. Just if you can leave them in their original packaging, I think that's always the best. All right, you guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. These are always, again, like I said, so much fun for me to film and to watch too. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let's use this video to collect questions for the next Q&A. So if you guys have any other questions you want to ask me, then you can just leave them down below in the comment section. And then the next time I'm ready to film, I'll just come back to this and see what questions you guys have left. Again, if there are any of these areas that you wanted to hear a little bit more about, whether it's law school or eyelash extensions or entrepreneurship, then again, feel free to leave me a comment down below and I will try to do a dedicated video to those areas. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for all of your continued support and for watching. I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing really well and I'll talk to you soon.